I don't feel anything.
Okay. So we'll do something to make it easier for you. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and I'd like for you to go to a memory. A memory that made you sad. It could be any memory, but feel that. 1, going to a sad memory. 2, and 3. What is this memory? Where are you?
I keep thinking that room.
Okay. So what's happening in that room?
I don't know. It's quiet.
Yes.
Just feel uneasy. I just feel uncomfortable.
Yes. Keep going.
I don't know what to do. I want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stay.
Yes.
Can't leave.
And I want you to feel this feeling in your body, this sensation of being so uncomfortable, of wanting to go but needing to live. What does this remind you of? It reminds you of what?
Pain.
Where do you feel this pain? It's almost like what kind of a pain?
The center of my chest. Tightness. Can't
Yes.
breathe.
Yes. And as you feel this pain in your chest getting tighter and tighter, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And with each number, I want you to make it even more. And when I get to number 5, you'll tell me where the origin of this begins. 1, feeling that uneasy feeling, uncomfortable in your chest. 2, making it stronger and stronger. 3, kind of reminds you of what? 4, that feeling in your chest, so painful. And 5, where are you? What's happening to your chest?
Struggling to breathe.
It's almost as if you were where? Feel it. What's happening to you that you're struggling to breathe? Trust your first impression. Don't analyze.
Oh, it's just tough to breathe.
It's almost as if you were where? What does this remind you of? Yes.
Emotional for some reason. I don't know.
What's on your chest that's making it so hard to breathe? Feel it. What's on your chest? Yes.
I don't know what this is.
Yes. If you knew, what does it feel like that's making you struggle to breathe? Does it feel like something's on your chest or in your chest? What is that?
Yeah, maybe something's on it. Weight.
A weight. And if you knew, what kind of weight is that on your chest? What does it feel like to you? Yes.
Oh, just hard to breathe.
And this thing on your chest, is it something that is made out of a certain material? If you knew? What is that?
Breathing helps me.
Breathing helps you, yes. Why do you imagine that this weight is on you? Has something happened?
I
Yes. Don't think about it, just know it.
feel it's supposed to be a catalyst.
Yes, I want you to go back to your chest, to this weight. What is that? What does it feel like to you?
Stress. That's what I get. And that's what comes
Yes.
to me.
And I want you to go to the origin where you felt this for the first time. The struggle to breathe. I want you to see where you are when you're struggling to breathe. Where are you?
It's in that room I was living in.
Yes.
Just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle the emotion.
Yes. And I want you to notice as your body is struggling to breathe where your soul is. Where is your soul when it's struggling to breathe?
I don't know.
Is it in the body? Or is it watching? What has happened? If you did know, even if you think you're making it up.
Chest, something with my heart, like in the center of my chest. Like,
Yes, yes. So I want you to just set aside everything that you're thinking about, and I want you to just feel that pressure in your chest. I want you to notice what that pressure is. What does it look like to you?
it's gone. I don't feel it anymore.
So I want you to know if that pressure was coming from you or somebody else. Whose pressure was it that could suddenly leave like that so quickly?
Maybe someone else.
So I want you to follow it. Now that it's left you, I want you to go ahead and follow what it was that was on your chest. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll find what it is that was on your chest. 1, 2, and 3. What is that?
I feel it again now.
What is it?
I feel something. Like,
Very good. I want you to feel it and I want you to identify it. Is that something that belongs to you or somebody else?
I don't know, maybe someone else.
All right. So I want you to step aside. I'm going to count to 3, and I want you to give whatever that is on your chest causing your pain and pressure. I want you to give it your voice. I want you to step aside and not analyze. 1, 2, and 3. Switch. You there. What are you doing to his chest? Why are you messing with him? Are you mad? What is it?
I'm trying to figure out what this is.
Okay, I want you to give it your voice. I want to speak with it. You get out of the way. You there, are you male or female?
Maybe male.
Male, very good. And how old are you? How old are you?
30s.
And what do they call you? What's your name? If I have a conversation with someone, I'd like to know who I'm speaking with. What do they call you? Yes. Do you remember your name? Yes. Can I call you a nickname? Can I call you Pain?
Yeah.
All right, Pain. Pain, why is it that you're there with this man? What has he done to you? Yes, what is it that you're trying to accomplish by giving him so much stress, making him feel so uncomfortable, wanting to leave? You don't know. So let me ask you something, Pain. When was the last day that you were alive? What was happening with you? What happened to your body?
60s, 1962.
1962. What happened to you?
Pain in my chest.
Yes, and what happened after you had that pain in your chest?
maybe I died.
So what happened after your body died? Because you didn't die, did you?
Something crushed me.
Okay, what crushed you? What was it?
Shaking a little bit right now.
Yes, you're shaking. What do you imagine crushed you? Was it something metal? Was it a tree? What was that crushed you?
Maybe something on purpose.
Okay, so listen carefully. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. When I get to number 1, you're going to go to the moment right before your death so that you can see what's crushing you. 3, 2, and 1. What's happening to you?
I feel like someone's pushing on my chest.
Yes. Where are you? Where they're pushing on your chest?
Oh. I feel like someone's crushing my chest.
Yes, what are they crushing it with?
Their hands.
Yes,
It's trying to kill me.
yes. What happens next?
Guess I die.
So I want you to notice where your soul goes after your body dies. Do you go to the light? Or do you hang out a bit? So if you didn't go to the light, how did you find Kevin?
Maybe it's me.
All right. Very good. So let's find out a little bit about this. I want you to notice what was the most difficult part of having died that way.
Just feels like I'm shaking.
What was the most difficult part of having died that way?
Maybe my rib cage collapsing. I don't know.
Yes. And did you know the person that killed you? Let's find out. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. When I get to number 1, you're going to go into this lifetime to see how this all began. But this time, I don't want you to hold anything back. I want you to feel everything and experience everything in detail. 3, 2, and 1. How does this all begin? Where are you?
I don't know. I feel like I'm here right now with you.
I want you to go back to that moment. I want you to go back to that lifetime. Take a deep breath in, go deeper, and let's go to the origin of how you got to be killed like that. 3, 2, and 1. Where are you? Even if you think you're making it up, what's the first thing that comes up?
A lot of pain in my chest. Like suffocating.
Yes. So this time you could see it and feel it a lot better. What's happening to your chest? Why are you suffocating?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
If you knew. What's on your chest that's making you suffocate?
Like someone's pushing on me.
So I want you to feel that person pushing on you. Is it male or female? The more you talk, the more you'll experience. Just allow the information to flow. Who's pushing on you? Feel those hands. Are they male or female?
Maybe female.
Is she young or old?
Like 36.
And what is the relationship that you have with her? Who is she? If you knew, what's the first thing that pops up?
I feel like my rib cage collapses.
What has happened to make your rib cage collapsed? What has caused that? I want you to feel it. Is it something that was struck?
Yeah, maybe an accident. Maybe something falling on me.
Very good.
Maybe someone trying to rescue me, putting their hands on my chest.
Yes. What happens next?
Maybe like that chest compression CPR type
Very
of
good.
action.
Very good. Continue. What happens next?
I guess I die. I don't know.
Very good. So as you're dying, I want you to feel your soul as it leaves the body. And as that soul leaves the body, does it stay with the body or does it go somewhere else?
Just looking at myself above my body.
Yes.
I don't
What happens next? Where do you go?
see me though in my current body.
So I want you to notice if it's the same soul or did you go to this new body?
I guess I'm the same soul.
Yes, I want you to feel it. And I want you to notice what happened to that body. The one that was left there. What happened to it?
I see myself here now, laying here.
Yes. So I want you to just identify, are you with Kevin or is it the same soul? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I'm struggling to let go right now.
Just allow yourself to let go. Yes. What comes to your mind? Is it the same soul or are you separate? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? I don't want you to analyze it.
The same soul.
The same soul. Very good. So listen carefully. We need to go back there to that moment in which you died. We need to do some things. We need to find out what happened to you, that you were crushed. But this time you want to see that. See what happened. I'm going to count backwards, and you're going to see how you died. 3, 2, and 1.
I see like a large piece of metal.
Very good.
Maybe from like a crane or some sort,
Yes, very
sort of
good.
construction equipment.
Are you working there?
I see me laying on the ground in this body with a weight on my chest.
Very good. Very good. So I want you to go ahead and I want you to take that metal off of your body. I want you to push it aside. Feel yourself pushing that metal with superhuman powers and pushing it aside, and tell me when you're done.
Done.
Very good. And now I want you to go ahead and I want you to mend that body. I want you to see everything that's broken and I want you to fix it. Use your fingers, use your light. Fix everything. Your rib cage, your internal organs. I want you to notice how your heart feels and mend that too. And tell me when you're done.
Done.
Very good. And now, I'm sure that there was some unfinished business from that lifetime. And I want you to go to those that you left behind. And I want you to talk to them and tell them what happened. Who is it that you go to?
The name starts with an N. Nah.
No.
Something N-A.
Is this male or female?
Not sure.
Who is this person that you had unfinished business with?
It's a male.
It's a male. Who is it?
No.
Does he feel like a brother or like a father? What does he feel like?
Maybe a sister.
A sister, very good. So I want you to talk to your sister because you left without saying goodbye to her. And I want you to imagine that you could look into her eyes and see her soul and recognize her soul. And I want you to tell her whatever it is that you weren't able to say to her. Go ahead and talk to her.
I don't know what to say.
Did you need to care for your sister? Were you responsible for her?
No. I guess I died. Somewhere in my chest.
Yes.
Maybe my sister from this life is there. My sister Carolyn.
So talk to her and tell her, I'm sorry I had to leave so quickly. Tell her whatever comes to your mind.
She seems upset, but I see her in this life.
Yes.
I don't know what to make of it.
Did you care for her or did she care for you?
Yes, she's crying.
So tell her what you need to tell her.
I think she's frightened of the sight. Me dying.
Yes. Tell her it's okay. Tell her that you'll be able to come back and she'll be able to come back and you'll be able to live once again together. Tell her whatever it is to ease her mind and ease yours.
She's fine.
Very good. So I want you to just focus on the center of your chest, your heart, and there's a beautiful light there. And I want you to open up that heart. And I want you to send that beautiful light to your sister. It's like a beautiful vibrational embrace. Not able to say goodbye in that life, and now you are. And I want you to go ahead and talk to the crane operator or the one responsible for taking your life. Who is that?
Joe comes to mind.
So go ahead and talk to Joe and tell him what you need to tell him about what he did.
I don't think he cares.
So notice how that affects you. That someone could take your life and not care.
I don't seem too worried about it.
All right. So I want you to go ahead and take that soul into the light now. Feeling whole, feeling complete. And as you go into the light, your guide is there waiting for you. What does your guide tell you?
Need not worry.
Why did you have to live that life and end it so abruptly like that? What does your guide tell you?
For someone else, show someone else. Maybe
What
the
is it?
death. Maybe the death to experience the loss.
Okay. And why is it important for your soul to experience that loss?
No, for someone else.
Oh, for someone else. Okay.
It's just like another assignment, I suppose.
All right. Very good. So now that you know your assignment, I want you to go ahead with your guide and go to the place in which you review your life and where it is that you get your next assignment. I'm going to count from 1 to 3 and allow yourself to drift into that place. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
Reviewing the life.
Are you by yourself or are there others with you?
I feel presences, but
Yes.
my guide is his presence is evident.
Yes. Tell me more.
I feel it's Raphael. This angel Catholics talk of.
Yes. That's your guide?
It seems so.
So talk to him.
What say?
Why is he there with you reviewing that lifetime? What do you need to learn or know?
Strong energy.
Yes. How do you feel when you're with him?
I don't know. My body is vibrating right now.
Allow that vibration. I want you to feel that vibration. Yes, tell me what's happening as you're feeling the vibration.
I guess the body is preparing itself.
Yes, what does it need to prepare itself for?
Maybe for Raphael.
All right. So I'd like Archangel Raphael to step forward. What message does he have for you?
Let go.
Yes. So just take a deep breath and allow yourself to let go. Allow those vibrations to be at the perfect place to receive his message. What is he saying?
Been trying to get here for a while with me. So let go.
And what's been holding you up from connecting with Raphael?
It's me. It's all me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tell me more about that.
Just a matter of letting go of this world that we're in.
Mm-hmm. So I know that Kevin has been doing a lot of yoga, a lot of meditation, a lot of letting go of personal possessions. What else does he need to let go of?
Control.
Mm-hmm. What is it that he's controlling?
Trying to control everything.
Mm-hmm. Like this session? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tell me more.
That's what it's all about, letting go for everyone.
Mm-hmm. So he has some situations in which he needs to think about what he's going to do in his future about his relationships. And I know he's trying to control that too. What do you tell him about that relationship?
Let go.
Mm-hmm.
Just let go of it all.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question. He did receive a message when he was in the shower about needing to take care of this relationship. Who was the one who gave him that message? It seems to be contrary to what you're saying.
It's Raphael.
Mm-hmm. Raphael was saying the same thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So what has changed?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So does he need to let go of this relationship? Or does he need to let go of how he's in this relationship?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So he had questions about his guides, his incarnations. And it seems that if you are his guide, that's pretty powerful. If you've taken on Kevin as a student, as someone who you're guiding, what is so special about Kevin that he needs to know about right now? What are his gifts, his talents, his mission?
It's just work. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's just an occupation like any other.
Mm-hmm.
To choose to incarnate,
Yes.
to be of service to others,
Mm-hmm.
to help those awaken.
Mm-hmm. Is he doing that now?
Seems so.
Mm-hmm.
Always has been.
Yes. Are there some changes for him in the future about being of service to others?
Yes, direct focus now.
Okay. He's been collecting a lot of tarot cards. Is that going to be a part of his future?
I don't know. I guess it's blocks on me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you're his guide, I'd like to ask if you would accompany him to a previous lifetime in which he knew all of this information, where he had these gifts. Would you do that for me? Would you accompany him on this?
I don't know what it is. I don't know
Okay.
what it has to do with.
Okay. Well, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And I want you to go to a lifetime in which you had those gifts of divination, of being able to connect with people spiritually, of using your talents. When I get to number 1, I want you to be in that lifetime. 3, going to a lifetime in which you have those gifts and you're using them to be of service to others. 2 and 1. Where are you?
Seems I was a reader.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
I don't know, a female,
Mm-hmm.
gypsy, fortune teller, that type of deal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just a feeling.
Just a feeling. All right. So I want you to go deeper into that feeling. I want you to just take a deep breath and just feel yourself in that body looking out through those eyes. And as you look out through those eyes, I want you to see what are the things that you use to help other people, to read them.
Tarot. It's tarot.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's a way I can guide others through these lives. When they move through different scenarios, I can guide them
Yes.
in a way, in a positive direction. But I very much have influence over how they perceive things.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a tool I suppose I use in these incarnations to help push them and guide them down a more positive, productive path.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like to ask you, would you do a reading for Kevin right now? Could you do that? Take out
Okay.
those cards. And I'd like for you to do a reading on him so that you could guide him. What's the first card that you pull out?
I see the tower.
Mm-hmm. What does that
Great
represent?
change. Great change.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about that.
The
Is
time
it
is
a...
now
Mm-hmm.
for change. So he knows everything. I know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I keep doing this. I keep doing it all the time. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing I always do.
Good. Pull out another card for him.
I see the chariot.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's
Tell me about it.
catalyst. Again, catalyst.
Yes.
Awakening. It's the time now to continue forward on this
Mm-hmm.
and roll up the sleeves and get to work now with a more focused direction.
Mm-hmm. Good. Pull another card for him.
Hierophant.
Mm-hmm.
Spirituality. Others will look at me for this, I suppose.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, just validation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just continue forward. I know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Now you say that you've been using these cards through different incarnations. Where is it that he holds that information within him? Is that part of his soul?
I guess I can't believe it goes to Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm guiding this information, but I feel like Atlantis,
Mm-hmm.
it was a way to connect with those simple-minded beings here at the time when extraterrestrials had come.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a way to connect with them with the physical,
Yes.
something tangible for them so they could better understand. And it seems that it was for progression to see how they would progress through their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only the majors at that time.
Okay. And were you naturally psychic and just used the cards to
I feel like I
connect?
was one of those who had come to teach them I don't know if this is true, but this is just what I'm feeling.
I don't want your analytical mind in the way. I want you to push it aside. Tell it to take a walk. And I want you to relax and go deeper.
I'm just, uh, just training them
Mm-hmm.
so they can be more productive for various uses.
Yes.
I don't know really what my role was other than I was there in a different incarnation, not a human body,
Mm-hmm.
very early on.
What did you look like there if you didn't have a human body?
I believe I was the extraterrestrials.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So did you have a more advanced mind as far as service was concerned?
I don't feel like that. I feel like just a worker, just a
Mm-hmm.
general worker. It's
Okay.
just like if I was a plumber going here to, fix a pipe. I'm going here to work with people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a,
And when you were you sent to Earth for that reason? Did you come from somewhere else and
it
sent
seems
to?
so.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I think we had something to do with. We were manipulating them for our purposes, but more malevolent.
Mm-hmm.
We I think it was for spiritual development, intuition, and things of that nature, to look inward. And
Yes.
that was the primary goal.
Okay. And the place where you came from was it a very spiritually developed place?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
primarily of all of that, the mental intuition.
Yes.
I, I guess a light being is what
Mm-hmm.
one would call that
Yes.
type of entity.
Mm-hmm. So when you went to Atlantis, did you have a body when you went there? Did you teach from a body?
Adjustments needed to be made to sustain in that environment. I'm not quite certain,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like maybe like some other suit or
Mm-hmm.
like a
Yes.
costume in a way, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like you've been influencing others in different incarnations. Are you now here for a purpose of doing the same thing, of connecting people, teaching them?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I feel like I am tired of this. Like I do
Mm-hmm.
not want to do this anymore.
Mm-hmm. So what would it take to break the cycle of coming back over and over again and doing the same thing over?
It has to be done.
Mm.
It's when you're called upon to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You have abilities or strengths, and you're the right person for the right job. So
Yes.
here I am. I don't
Okay.
know.
And it seems that all of this time, in this incarnation, he's been collecting these tarot cards. And he's thinking of using that to make a living in the future. Is that the path? Or is it something much bigger than that?
There's a block there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a block. I have a lot of blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
So let's find what those blocks are. I want you to find the biggest block that you have. What does it seem like to you? What does that block look like?
Uh, these blocks would be an impediment for my advancement, it seems.
Mm-hmm. And these blocks, were they put there by somebody?
Yes, I'm sure of that.
All right. So let's find out when it was that those blocks were put there. I want you to just take a deep breath and go deeper as I count backwards from 3 to 1. And I want you to follow the origin of who put those blocks there. 3. Take another deep breath. 2. Going deeper. And 1. Where does this all begin?
It's Raphael and me. It's all pre-orchestrated prior to the incarnation. It needs to, at certain intervals, be known at certain times.
So when the soul incarnated into this body, there were a lot of blocks in place. Is that it?
Yes.
So are these blocks, are they being taken off little by little as the soul progresses?
Yes.
Okay. How many blocks are left?
A lot.
And is it necessary at this time to keep so many blocks?
Getting a no.
No. All right. So what can you do to remove those blocks?
Meditate.
Very good. So let's do a meditation now. I'm going to use the singing bowls. And I want you to just begin to take a breath and identify the blocks. Go deeper. Go deeper. Identify the first major block.
Intuition. I can't become too open. Not yet.
Notice why.
It's not time yet. There are other things to be done. Maybe to awaken my partner.
Go deeper.
It will frighten her. I think that is the biggest block. I must wait for her to be awakened.
Very good. What's the next block?
I see her awakening as the big hurdle. I guess it's so I can continue to interact with her in what would be like a more normal life mindset.
Very good. Go deeper.
But I can't wait around too long.
So see if you can minimize that block and make it smaller. Breathe into it.
I want to let go. I want to let go. I want to let go.
Go deeper.
But I can't. I must maintain some normalcy for others, and that must continue for quite a while, actually, so that I can influence a deal of people. Many people.
Notice if there's any other blocks.
So, like, when the time is right, it'll open up.
What's the other block that's holding you back?
Myself is the only other. know there is another world, but it is hard not to doubt that periodically while immersed in this world. And surrounded by those who are immersed in this world.
What advice do you give Kevin in order to begin to do the work to help his partner, to help others?
You just have to let go, meditate, and listen to intuition. I'm doing all of this. I am moving well. I'm on track.
And I want you to look at that incident that awakened him. Did they have a history together in a different lifetime?
Yes.
What was that?
I feel another life as a student. She was a student of mine.
What happened?
Nothing. She chose a harder life this time. Harder experiences to go through. And this was a catalyst. This was pre-orchestrated. This is to be the catalyst for me to awaken and for her to learn and to understand some of the experiences that she had gone through. And she will contemplate what had happened with me for the rest of her life.
And I want you to notice if there's anything that you're holding from that situation that is holding you back.
Oh yes, pain. The pain I caused her. She'll be fine, but it still hurts, and the pain I caused the ones around her.
So I'd like for you to go ahead and position them in front of you. Maybe in an open area like a campfire or a fire pit or something. Something where you could be in front of all of them. And tell me when they're all sitting across from you. And like for you now to go ahead and talk with each one of you and say your piece with them. I want
They
you
are
to from your
fine.
heart.
They are fine. I already know this. I already know this.
So I want you to feel in your heart what is happening between all of them. Is there anything there that shouldn't be there?
No.
That is giving you pain or giving them pain?
Only my ego. When I slip back into slumber, it is my ego. And that's the thorn in my side that will keep pushing me to meditate.
Good. Is there anything that they need from you at this moment?
No. They
No.
are fine.
They're
There's
fine.
nothing more left there.
Okay. So let's do something. Just to almost give them that laurel of a gift. I'd like for you to just focus on your heart. And as they're in front of you, let's send them some love. I want you to just feel your heart illuminating and sending them all a wave of love. And just breathe with it. And notice how that feels to be able to send them that love.
Yes.
Release anything that shouldn't be there. And I want you to scan your body and notice if your body is feeling good or if there's any tension left in your body.
I feel good.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like to ask Archangel Raphael a question because he had a question about how he meditates. He does use substance to relax him. What do you say to him about that?
Cannabis can be used to help in some ways, particularly when you're in slumber for so long and you're rattled by all of these worldly possessions, the cell phone, the computers, the television. It's hard to sit long hours quietly. Cannabis can be helpful as a sedative to relax you and the body, to get into that, to help prepare the body for long hours of meditation and focus. It's better to be eaten for the body, not smoked. And ideally, not used at all eventually. Same with caffeine. Alcohol should not be used at all, ever.
What does it do to the body?
It's a poison. Keeps people in slumber. It's the worst. Cannabis elevates the frequency slightly, but heaven is beyond that. I am beyond that. I no longer need cannabis.
Very good. And I'm curious as to the reason why you brought him to this session today.
Validation.
Validation, very good. He wanted to know about all of his incarnations and his guides. We all now know that you're his guide, but he had questions. Do you have answers for him?
It's really nothing to know.
Okay, so it's not really something that he's going to get an answer for.
It's no significance.
Okay, very good. Is there anything else of significance that you do want to tell him at this time?
No, but I have nothing.
Okay, very good. Are there any other guides that assist him, or are you the only guide?
The only.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like to thank you very much for assisting him, to bringing him to me so we can work on this and validate what he's already known so that he can start working and doing this great work for others. And I'd like for you to go ahead and disconnect from this connection now. And I'm going to count from 1 to 5. With each number, you'll be waking up more and more. And when I get to number 5, you'll open your eyes with complete control of your mind and your body. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
Very interesting.
You've been doing this from lifetimes to lifetimes. That's
Yeah.
why it comes so easy to you.
Yeah. So what do you think, Alba?
It's good. That's good.
Okay. So, yeah, it pretty much is very similar to when I get into deep states of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And you were just guiding me along instead of myself guiding me.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're in meditation, you can't ask yourself those questions because your conscious mind is interfering. Okay? When you're in hypnosis, it's basically like a meditation, but I kept pushing your conscious mind out of the way because it kept trying to interfere and step forward, which is what you would do during a meditation. Your
Mm-hmm.
conscious mind would be there. You have to allow that stuff that just flows to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are, and that's what Raphael said, you're controlling. When you're a controlling person, you're always trying to kind of mediate.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't. You have to allow the intuition. You have to connect with that different part of you that just knows.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So you could see that at the beginning of the session, there was a lot of controlling, a lot of, I'm not seeing what I want to see. But later, everything was flowing really well.
Mm-hmm.
You were in the flow of things.
Mm-hmm.
And your session is very similar to a lot of people's session that already have that connection. They just are validating. Yes, I'm not going crazy. This is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So the tarot card, that was really pretty cool. Your own tarot card reading.
Yeah, I guess I was a reader in the past.
Gypsy.
Yeah, gypsy of some sort.
And she said a few cool things there. It's like, you know,
What did she say?
you
I
don't think
think.
you were hypnotized? She pulled out the chariot
Oh, yes.
and said, "The time is now."
Hmm.
She pulled out first of all
That's right.
the chariot. There's a catalyst, awakening to continue something. Then
Yeah, that's
she
right.
pulled out a few cards, but it was basically all like, "You need to move forward."
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a sense, I felt like I was leading a lot of this because it's all stuff that I feel, and it's the true essence of me inside when I meditate.
That's
And
but
it's
that's
actually everything I explained to you prior.
yeah.
Um,
But that's the connection that you have. A lot of people don't realize that when you are connecting with your higher self, your guides, this is communication that you receive all the time. So when you're in a hypnosis session, it feels like, well, I feel like I'm making it up all up because it feels natural to me. But that's because you have that connection so clear.
I see. Had I not been a meditator or someone very spiritual, yeah, it would be a different conversation for us right now. Like,
Right.
who was that in that
Right.
seat? Yeah.
But when you have such intuition, such strong intuition, you've been meditating a lot, this comes easy to you. It's almost like your ego is expecting something else and it's not. It's this is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you do it, the more fluid you get. Because the next time you do a hypnosis session, you stop trying to control. And then you
Mm-hmm.
just let go. Every time you do a session like this, it's almost like your meditations. You just let go more. You don't fight it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't let the mind go crazy. So that's why it's easier. So the people that come to me many times, like Sabrina or Jill Cole, it's very easy because the moment they hear my voice, they're already in a trance and they just flow.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like the Tibetan bowls?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love all of the tools. You use them just to like spike an interest and activate.
Yeah.
So it's subtle. It's nothing that's too
No.
overwhelming. I love it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually
I
love
mean,
it.
the ones that I use now were just to kind of put you in like a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
it was just I mean, I do that with the sound healing, so
Yeah, I'm your biggest fan, so I love everything you do. Everything.
yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Do you want to keep this private? This session private? Yeah.
No, no, yeah, I don't mind you sharing it. It wasn't
Okay.
really anything, personal, so yeah. I
Yeah.
wish it was more. educational for others. I always, in hindsight, I wanted it to be as educational for others as possible, but I knew that, yeah, it could be something like this, which it's interesting, but not,
Yeah. So if we're gonna put this out there. I just want to let everybody know that if you want a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. I send out a newsletter every month telling people when I'm having appointments, just like Kevin here. He clicked on the link and got a session. How long did it take you to get a session, Kevin?
I was very quick on that link. I had it all within 5 minutes. So,
Woo, cool.
yeah.
Very good. Very good. So thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Much love. Bye bye.